Hey, dog lovers. You probably come across some of these dog myths before, right? For example, did you ever buy into the whole 1 human year equals 7 dog years idea? Seriously, who came up with that? Or how about the myth that dogs are colorblind? Spoiler alert, they're definitely not seeing the world in black and white like an old school TV show. And let's not forget the classic. When your dog licks you, it's giving you a kiss. Well, not quite. There's a lot more to it than you might think. In today's video, we're going to clear the air and bust these myths once and for all. We'll uncover what's really true and what you've probably been misled to believe about your furry companions. By the end of this video, you'll have a much better understanding of your dog's behavior. And we might even surprise you with some of the facts we've got in store. Before we dive in, make sure to give us a thumbs up if you love your dogs and want to learn more about keeping them happy and healthy. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. We've got lots more fun and informative content coming your way. Also, if you've heard any other dog myths, drop them in the comments below. We might feature them in a future video. So, let's get started and uncover the truth behind some of the most common dog myths. You've probably caught your dog snacking on some grass, and your immediate thought might be, "Oh no, my dog's definitely feeling unwell." It's a common assumption that dogs munch on grass when they're trying to make themselves vomit, especially if they're not feeling their best. But is it really that straightforward? Let's take a closer look. A fascinating study by the University of California, Davis has revealed some eye-opening facts. Only 22% of dogs who eat grass actually end up throwing up afterward. Even more surprising, just 8% of those dogs show any signs of illness before they start grazing. So, the idea that grass eating always signals an impending upset stomach isn't as accurate as we've been led to believe. In reality, dogs may snack on grass for all kinds of reasons: boredom, anxiety, or simply quirky behavior. It's kind of like how some people bite their nails or fiddle with a pen when they're feeling restless. Dogs might turn to grass as a way to kill time or ease their nerves. However, while munching on grass itself isn't usually cause for alarm, there's an important consideration. Grass in public parks or your backyard might be treated with pesticides or contain harmful parasites, which can pose a threat to your dog's health, even if they're not showing any signs of illness. So, if you notice your dog eating grass more often or in excessive amounts, it's always a smart move to check in with your vet. While it's often harmless, it could also be a sign of something that needs attention. To sum it up, don't freak out if your dog decides to nibble on some grass from time to time. It's generally not a red flag for illness. But, as always, keep an eye on your furry friend habits to make sure everything's running smoothly. We've all heard the saying, "A tired dog is a happy dog." It sounds simple and comforting, right? If your dog is worn out from a good workout, surely they must be content. But here's the thing, it's not that cut and dry. While exercise is crucial for your dog's physical well-being, overdoing it can actually have the opposite effect. Think about it. If someone asked you to run a marathon every single day, would you feel happy and energized, or would you be completely wiped out and miserable? The same concept applies to our dogs. Just like us, dogs need a balance of physical activity and mental engagement. Sure, a long walk or a spirited game of fetch can tire them out physically, but what about their minds? A mentally stimulated dog is just as, if not more, content than one who's physically exhausted. Puzzles, games of hide and seek, or training exercises aren't just fun. They're essential for keeping your dog's mind sharp, focused, and fulfilled. So, the next time you're planning to wear out your dog, keep in mind, true happiness for your pup comes from a well-rounded balance of both physical exercise and mental stimulation. It's not about running them into the ground. It's about offering a variety of challenges that nurture their well-being in every way. The idea that 1 human year equals 7 dog years may seem simple, but it's actually far from the truth. In reality, a dog's first year of life is roughly equivalent to 15 human years because of their rapid growth. After that, each year tends to be more like 5 human years. And here's the kicker. Breed and size play a huge role in how a dog ages. Smaller dogs, like Chihuahuas, age more slowly, and tend to live longer than larger breeds like Great Danes. So, forget the old 7 years myth and instead celebrate every year of your dog's life based on their own unique journey and milestones. Ever heard the claim that dogs are colorblind and only see in black and white? Well, it's time to set the record straight. While it's true that dogs don't perceive colors the way we do, they're not entirely colorblind. In fact, they can see certain colors, just not as vividly as humans can. Dogs mainly perceive shades of blue, yellow, and gray, but they struggle to differentiate between reds and greens. So that bright red ball you toss on the grass, it might look more like a dull brownish blur to your dog. It's not that they can't see color at all. It's just that their color spectrum is a bit more limited. But here's the good news. Dogs have other ways of exploring the world around them. They rely heavily on movement, brightness, and their extraordinary sense of smell to help them navigate. While they might not be seeing a rainbow of hues, dogs experience the world in their own special way, and it works perfectly for them. Ever catch your dog looking all guilty after chewing up your shoes or making a mess? It's tempting to think they feel ashamed, but that's not exactly what's going on. Dogs are incredibly attuned to our body language, and when they sense we're upset, they often show submissive behaviors like hanging their head or avoiding eye contact. But here's the thing, it's not guilt. It's their way of trying to diffuse the tension. Unlike us, dogs don't have a concept of right or wrong. They live in the moment, so that guilty look is just their response to our frustration. Rather than punishing them, focus on positive reinforcement to teach them more appropriate behavior. By doing so, you'll help them understand what's expected in a more supportive and effective way. The classic doggy kiss. Your dog licks your face, and you might think, they're just showering me with love. While it's true that dogs do use licking to show affection, there's actually much more going on behind that slobbery gesture. Licking is a multifaceted behavior that serves several key purposes for your dog. For one, licking is a way for dogs to strengthen their bond with you. It's their version of a hug or a gentle pat on the back, a heartfelt connection to show love and trust. But that's not all. Dogs also lick to explore their environment. By licking, they're picking up on your scent, tasting your sweat, and learning about you in a way that's completely unique to their senses. However, things get a little more complicated when stress is involved. Licking can also be a self-soothing behavior. When your dog feels anxious or overwhelmed, licking helps release endorphins, which bring a sense of relief and calm. So, while a lick may seem like a sweet expression of affection, it could also be your dog's way of trying to comfort themselves in moments of stress. Here's something else to keep in mind. While doggy kisses may seem sweet, dog saliva can carry bacteria like Capnocytophaga, which can be harmful to humans, especially for those with weakened immune systems. If your dog licks an open wound or a sensitive area, it could lead to serious infections. On top of that, if you notice your dog licking excessively, it could be a sign of something deeper, like anxiety or a medical issue that needs attention. To sum it up, while a lick here and there might seem like a cute expression of affection, it's important to understand the deeper meanings behind it. A few licks are totally fine, but be sure to keep it hygienic and stay alert if the behavior becomes frequent or seems out of the ordinary. Your dog's well-being is just as important as yours. And there you have it. From debunking myths to understanding your dog's behavior a little better, we hope you now have a deeper insight into what makes your furry friend tick. Whether it's their quirky licking habits, their unique way of seeing the world, or the truth behind their exercise needs, we've uncovered a lot today. Remember, every dog is different, so always be mindful of their individual needs and behaviors. If you've learned something new or have any more dog-related myths or questions, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you never miss another fun, informative episode. Thanks for watching, and here's to keeping our dogs happy, healthy, and full of wagging tails. See you next time.